Okay.
Some of my other places would probably be around the Altoona area, but we can talk about that later if you want to go to break or something.
We got about 6 minutes before we go take a break.
Okay. Well, the Altoona Railroads Museum, that was also one of my favorite places. I used to love to go. Um,
And that's in Pennsylvania?
that's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
And that's the Railway Museum there?
Yeah. The Altoona Railroaders Museum. And I'm not thinking the name of the town. It's probably about 15 minutes from there. The Cambria County Courthouse. That was another cool place. And right behind there was this old prison. I can't remember the name of it because, geez, that's been 15, 20 years ago. But they were some really cool places that I used to like to go to.
And they generally would have a lot of activity.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm. Wow.
That's the Ebenberg courthouse you were talking about, right?
Evansburg, yep. That's
Ebensburg,
it.
yeah.
Evansburg. And Pat would know the name of this place. It's been so long. It's right down in, I believe it's the Landon House in Urbana, Maryland. I think that's what it's called, Landon House. It's been a while. What's his name? Confederate General had his Roses and Sabres ball at this beautiful house. I can't think of his name.
He was a
Wait, roses and sabers?
Yes, Roses and Sabres ball. He was killed. He was. What was his name? Jeb Stewart.
Oh, Jeb Stewart.
No, no. Is it Jeb Stewart? I'm getting old.
Well,
apparently,
Jeb.
I used to.
Jeb, they're not even my old.
I don't think. Maybe it wasn't Jeb Stewart. Maybe it
Wasn't Jeb?
I think it was.
Didn't Jeb Stewart get wounded? They had to amputate his arm, and then he died.
No, that was Stonewall Jackson.
Stonewall
right?
Jackson. Okay. All right. I heard a thing. They was talking about it on some show somewhere. His arm, where it was amputated, it was buried in a grave, and it's got a marker. And then he was transported somewhere else and died someplace else. And so it's the reason he was buried someplace else, but his arm is still buried in its own grave.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Well, they
So
should
it
have buried.
was J.E.B. Stewart?
No, that was Stonewall Jackson who had his arm amputated, and it was buried at one place,
no.
and then he died somewhere else. And
No, I was looking at the sabers ball. Sorry.
oh,
Well, they should have buried it under a tree and then had a little plaque saying "from one limb to another."
yeah. You ain't right, Jeff. You know that. Yeah. How far, I should say, west have you gone to investigate a place?
This really cool place in it was in West Virginia on the other side of Pittsburgh. It was this beautiful mansion, and I couldn't tell you the name of it. But the place was amazing. I mean, this owned by a millionaire. This guy had his own chapel in there. It was just a never-ending room to room, and he turned it into like a bed and breakfast. And when you walked in the front door, right inside the entranceway, he had one of Beethoven's pianos. It was
Wow.
one of the coolest things. Yeah.
Where was this located?
I know it was in West Virginia, and I can't
Hmm.
remember the name of it. We're talking, years ago.
Was
And
it?
then the other place out west would be that place that I'm not going to mention.
Oh,
Starts with a H.
yeah. I know where you're talking about.
You
Um,
know,
you do realize the people that used to own it don't own it no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still will not go there.
Uh, I won't go back, and the main reason that I won't go back is it's run down too much. There's too much mold. They haven't done anything to clean anything up. I haven't even seen the thing being advertised for people to go there. So I don't. I'm sure that they're probably still having investigations, but I've never seen anything posted on it anymore.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
No, I don't pay attention.
yeah,
is this a place I would have heard of at least?
yeah. You would have heard of it.
Yeah, you've heard of it.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I've been there quite a few times too. So, uh,
huh.
I, I don't live in the past anymore.
So you're done studying history?
no, he's not
not,
done.
not that part.
uh, yeah.
I'm trying to find the name of this little town. I'm on Google Maps, and now you got me. Now you got my brain going there. I gotta find the name of this town. Oh, Wellsburg,
Wellsburg. Hmm.
Wellsburg, West Virginia, and
That
it's
sounds
called right there. It is. It's called Aspen Manor Resort.
Aspen Manor Resort. Huh.
And that's where
Yeah,
the
and
Beethoven.
yes. There might be you might be able to find pictures online. I was actually there with John Zaffis one time. I was there a couple times. This was before his show, before he got all famous and stuff.
Right.
Um, yeah, it was a beautiful place. And one of the hauntings was supposed to be of this woman, and so we went there and looked for this woman, and I got curious. So after we went there the first time, I tried to do some research on this woman, because supposedly this woman, her husband abused her. She had an affair with one of the workers there, and supposedly they were both murdered by the husband. Now, this is amazing. I'm originally from Williamsport, Pennsylvania. So when I was doing my research, I had found out that this woman who was supposedly murdered, actually, she must have snuck away in the middle of the night, whatever. She married a guy, a lawyer from Williamsport, and she lived about an hour north.
Hmm.
And I found her tombstone where she's buried.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool. I thought, anyway.
Hmm.
I mean, I drive all the way to West Virginia, look for this ghost, and here she lived an hour from where I grew up, and
Wow. That's
her
kind of
husband.
synchronistic, really.
It is, and but what I thought was weird is her husband. I found his tombstone too. He's buried in Williamsport, but she's buried up in, I believe, Wyalusing, Pennsylvania.
Hmm.
Now that's rather odd. Which one died first, and did one move?
Well, she actually grew up there. I'm not sure how she found her way to West Virginia. I have her. She was a member of the DAR. I actually have found, looking through old newspaper articles and stuff, her signature. Her name was Diana Montaigne.
Hmm.
And I don't remember who died first, but
Wow. Because usually, I mean, normally families have a plot that they
Yeah.
fought. You know.
Well, she was in her family's plot and he was in his, but it was
Wow.
just weird that they weren't together.
Yeah.
But I just became so fascinated by this woman because, it's just so weird that I would go all the way down there. And here she was. They thought everybody in the town probably today still thinks she's murdered. But here she was living where I grew up. That just blew me away.
Wow. All right, I think we'll go ahead and take us a quick little break. Just remember your mics will be live, so don't be hollering and carrying on.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be back in about, 4 or 5 minutes, something like that. So, Jeff?
Yep.
You want to take us out?
Absolutely. Well, you're welcome. You're listening to the Paranormal View on para-x.com with your hosts, Henry Foister, Barbara Duncan, and myself, Jeffrey Gould, with tonight's returning guest, the wonderful Craig Rupp. So stay tuned for more of the Paranormal View after the break.
Whether you're listening at home, at work, or anywhere, thanks for making Para-X part of your day. Your source for everything paranormal, Para-X.
And welcome back, everybody, right here to the Paranormal View on the Parax Radio Network. I want to thank everyone for being with us tonight. Those in the chat room and those listening from around the world, we appreciate each and every one of you. I hope everyone is heeding what they're saying about distancing and staying at home as much as you can, because this stuff is nothing to actually play with. So stay home, stay safe. And you can always listen to our repeat shows. Get on Para-X. They have live shows during the hours. And so just check out the schedule and hang around with everybody. So with that, I want to welcome back, Jeffrey Gould. Is he still here? No? I guess I have to get him back in. Barbara Duncan?
I am here.
Yeah. And speaking of listeners from around the world, where do we have listeners at?
Tonight they're coming in from the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, and unknown.
And the unknown.
Yep.
Well, I guess everybody's preoccupied with all this stuff, so I hope that they're all in the other countries also playing it safe and staying at home and not out running around. So welcome if you are listening, and appreciate it. And we have with us our special guest and sometime co-host, Craig Rupp.
I am still here.
See, I knew somebody was still here. It shows Jeff is not being on, looks like, so let me see if I can get him back in. With that, though, Barbara, you got some things you wanted to ask him, maybe?
But we got some rain happening on the West Coast here, so that might be part of it. I don't know.
Oh, really? Huh.
Mm-hmm. Well, going back to your book subject, and it is kind of Confederate War related, and that is, we don't hear a lot about suicides in the Civil War. There must be something. Have you come across anything along those lines?